Hi everybody, it's me, Curry T, and in this video I want to talk about your money story because it's very important. It's a really important aspect of manifesting money that sometimes goes unnoticed. So for me, I grew up in an environment where money was not easy to come by. There were phrases that were often said like, money doesn't grow on trees, and how do you think we're going to afford that? And just hearing people say, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. No, we can't afford it. I'm sorry, you can't have that because we can't afford it. I watched the people around me really struggling with money, and it was a big thing. It was a big stress in our life. After my mum and dad broke up, we lived in council accommodation in the UK. And we had to move so many times. The council just kept saying, I'm sorry, you can't live here anymore. You have to move to another place. We've got this other place for you. And it was like move. And it was always because of money, and it created a lot of stress in our lives. And I watched as, my elders were really worried about money. Where's the money going to come from? How are we going to do this? So, as a result of that, my money story was money's difficult to get. You have to work really hard for money, I thought. And as I grew up, it felt like the norm to be congratulated for working really hard, often in jobs that I really hated. I worked in retail for years, which was just so not suited to me. But it just felt like the norm because I'd grown up with, you have to work hard to get money, and even when you work hard, it's never enough. There's never enough. There's just not enough to go round. We can't do everything. That was kind of the story. And so of course I was in this scarcity mindset. So what I'd like to invite you to do is to look at the environment that you grew up in. What were the things that you heard around you about money? Now, for some people, they grew up really comfortably, but there was still shame around money, or there was still deprivation of money, or there was still, you have to work hard to get that. And so feelings are created around the messages that we have, and our relationship to money is formed from that early relationship, from those early things that we heard about money and how easy or difficult it is for us to get. So once you see what your money story might be, and you see the messaging that you might have taken on and the feelings that were created in association with money, then that's when you can start to say, that's just a story and now I can change it. What's my story about money? What do I want to believe about money? Even if you don't believe it right now, what do you want to believe about money? Because I wanted to believe that it was easy to get money, that I didn't have to work in a job that I really didn't like in order to get money, and that I deserved money, because that was another thing. I always felt like I had to work really hard, and if I didn't, then I didn't deserve it. I just didn't deserve that abundance. And it can be things like at school, when there's school trips presented to everybody, and the people who could afford it could go, and the people who couldn't afford it couldn't go. And it can make you feel like you're in the pocket of people who don't get that. You don't get that for whatever reason. And that's how I felt when I was growing up, because there was never enough to go around. So have a look at some of the messaging that you were given when you were young and ask yourself, is that what I want to believe now? Because you can change it. You can change it. That's the cool thing. That's what I did. I changed it. I changed the story. I decided that my life was going to be different, that my relationship with money was going to be different. And when I made that decision that my relationship with money would be different, that's what happened. And I was committed to making that so, even if I didn't know how it was going to happen at the time. I became really aware of how much my family had suffered and how I wanted to be someone that could change that. And I was really driven not only by my desire for ease and for peace and for less stress in my life, but also because I really found that wanting to support my family, wanting to help them, was a really good motivation for me. Because often we ask, why are we doing this? Why are we manifesting this? But what's your who? Who's your who? Who are you doing this for? Who would you like to manifest money for as well? What would you do with it? Who would you help? because for me, I was also motivated by the idea that one day I would be able to give back everything and more of the struggle that the people around me had been through in order to bring me up. I wanted to make it easier for everybody else. And to me, that's such a strong motivating drive to staying on course, to manifesting, to creating, to finding a way. Just knowing that I decided that my life and my future would look different from what it had in the past felt really, really empowering to me. So what's your new story? Have a look at what the old one might have been, and maybe the things that you're saying now that tell you what your story is about money, and see if you can see where it came from, and know that once you've seen it, you have the power to change it. You can change the language. Okay, so there's lots and lots of layers to manifesting money, and because it's such a fun topic, I love manifesting money. I've made a workshop so I can share with you more knowledge and more ideas about how to manifest more abundance and tap into that, what's already there within you, the abundance that you deserve. So I've made this workshop and it's happening this Sunday, and if you would like to come along, I would love to see you there. It's only £25 to come along, which is the cheapest thing that I've ever done. I wanted to make it as cheap as possible to give as many people as possible a chance to come to something like this, because it's something that I wish I'd been able to do whenever I really, really needed to manifest more money in my life and the story to change about money. So if you'd like to come along, it's this Sunday. If you can't make it but you'd like to come along, you'll be sent the recording. So you can still get the information if you purchase a ticket. The link is just below. If you'd like some help with anything else, or you'd like some one-to-one coaching, you can find all the information about that in the link below as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.